We're recording. Also, this is not my bathroom, if you couldn't tell. I'm going to open my Celsius now. I had a coffee earlier, but I don't know. Do y'all ever have those days where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna need me something else? I feel like some Celsiuses just taste weird. I fear this is one of those, but it's not bad. It's Fuji Apple and Pear because it was the closest they had to the Brat one. I'm doing Eva Green makeup. I've been breaking out like really badly recently, but sometimes it's okay to have a little breakout, you know? Okay, I don't have like a reference on hand. Ew, which kind of sucks. Do you guys see that? Did that come up? That was so ugly. I don't have a reference on hand, which kind of sucks. So we're just gonna use my great mind for this. I was actually inspired by this because, okay, my train of thought is an interesting one, so stick with me on this. I'm just gonna do my primers. So I'm mixing the e.l.f. Skin Whoa Glow with the NYX Plump Right Back primer. Like, my skin is really fucked up, you guys, and I have a wedding to go to tomorrow. I don't know if there's anybody else watching this who like has really struggled with like acne in their past. Whenever you get a breakout of any form, you freak out because you're like, you picture yourself going back to that era. And I'm not saying having acne is bad. It's like such a downward spiral sometimes. Anytime I have a breakout now, I just automatically freak out because I'm like, oh my god. I'm using the Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer. Somebody I was talking to asked me why I don't make YouTube videos anymore, and I didn't really have an answer. I just kind of don't. You guys ignore the texture on my face, please. For a little extra like hydration, I'm gonna use the Half Magic Dewy Setting Spray. The only thing I'm starting with is my eyebrows already done because Ava Greens are very Ava Green. So I just did mine. Very Mark brows. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys why I'm even doing this look. I was watching Queso's, the video was called like Saving a Cursed Village from like a witch. And I was watching it and then I was thinking of that one movie that I've never seen before, but it has Eva Green in it, and I was like, oh my god, I remember her being so pretty in that movie. And there was this like amazing edit that I saw, which I'll maybe insert here. I'm with the e.l.f. bronzing drops, and I'm just putting this mixed with my Hourglass Vanish concealer. I really just want to go more natural with this look. Like, oh my god, unheard of? Yes, for sure. Wait, this actually already looks good. I'm gonna try to be not crazy about this. Now I'm just kind of going in with my concealer. So I did Palladio lip stain, and then I used the Kaja lip stain, and I'm also going to use this on my cheeks. I'm going to use my Half Magic cheek fluff in Magic Brownie. I don't know if you guys have seen, she's an MUA, and in her videos she does like cat cams, and I think it's just the cutest thing ever. So being in the background sleeping right now is kind of reminding me of that, and it's making me very happy. I'm also going to take my fingers, make sure they're clean, you guys. I'm gonna take my finger and I'm going to tap off the excess product on my hand, and then I'm gonna place that on my cheekbone. I'm just gonna set my face with my Fit Me pressed powder. This is my favorite powder by far. Like, it's so good. And I saw people saying that they like the pressed powder, but they don't like the loose powder. And it had been like just after I tried the loose powder for the first time. I was like, you guys, like, you're missing out. The loose powder is so good. I don't know if you guys saw, if you guys keep up with Mark Lore, but the fact, okay, like, my hair's just kind of reminding me right now. The fact that Biba Doobie reposted me, you guys, this is huge update in Mark Lore. Like, I'm forever gonna be able to tell people that, and that's crazy. Like, I've loved B since I was in like 7th grade. Like, it's been a long time, and I think that's actually crazy that, like, out of all people, she called me beautiful. Like, that means a lot. That's an understatement. Like, that means a ton. It's crazy. Also, you guys, I was sobbing to Shane and Courtney edits earlier. It was quite a sad sight to see, but, you know, I feel like I've come a long way in these past few hours. I feel like I've grown a lot. While we have our powder underneath our eyes, I'm gonna double check. Actually, do we think we can just do it? I think we can maybe just do it. I'm just gonna go in. Okay, I'm gonna live on the wild side a little bit today. Crazy. I'm going to do her eye look. This picture that I'm referencing, she has a very dark brown, kind of smoky eye. I'm just gonna sort of do that. I'm using the Naughty palette by Huda Beauty. Is anybody else, like, they love makeup, but they feel like they're so bad at it on other people? Because I have this shoot coming up, but I'm like, I feel like I can do it. It's very rare that I do makeup on other people, so. Your girl's been going through a lot. I lost one of my best friends. I had my first relationship. I lost my first relationship. Like, it's been a lot. I feel like processing stuff, like, you can't force it to happen. You kind of just have to, for lack of a better like way to put this, you kind of just have to deal with shit until your body's like, hey, we're gonna fucking process this now. Sorry to get really deep, but I feel like it can also be quite freeing to like talk about it, because it kind of forces you to look at the truth of things, because in your brain, I think sometimes it can be really hard to do that. That's where I've been at. It's kind of hard because it doesn't make sense. I guess this was my point, was that it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, because I've been through it. I've been through it, you guys. And some people are gonna understand that, and some people aren't going to understand that, and your people are gonna be the ones who understand that. If you can't control whatever you're going through, then I don't think that you should let somebody make you feel guilty about it, because that sucks. Guilt is one of the worst things. I am going to use a little bit of the cheek fluff on my eye. I went to my cousin's bat mitzvah the other day, and it was more emotional than I had anticipated it be. Just to go and see like this girl who I grew up with. Literally, I love her so much. Like, I love her to death. But when I was little, I was a bitch. Like, I was a brat. She's a great actress, and you know, she's in all of these plays, and she loves theater, and I'm like, girl, like, I was in acting clubs and stuff when I was little. I was in the drama club, I was in theater, I was in plays as well. But like, eventually I just kind of stopped doing it, because being a black girl, like, it's really hard. I feel like people discredit you and stuff. I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm not being appreciated here, so I'm not gonna stay here. That's also my problem, is that I'm a bitch. I am my dad's daughter to a certain extent, and sometimes I have a habit of thinking like, oh, if things aren't going my way, then I just need to leave, because I have to go. You know, it's not working out for me. Whatever. If they don't understand my true potential, I'll go somewhere else, you know? Like, oh, whatever. But I think sometimes it is good to stick things out, because you never know how they might change for you. And I think I had a habit when I was younger of disregarding anything that I started, because it wasn't working out for me right at that moment. So I couldn't see anything coming of it, you know? But gotta wait some things out sometimes, y'all. I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner now. I had a job for a while. I was a little hostess. It was not giving. You cannot pay me $11 to look ugly as fuck every single day. Hey man, the dream would be to meet a wealthy guy. And you know what? They may say I'm a dreamer. I think I might be slaying heavy. Sorry, I know you guys can't see me on the camera right now. I'm just adding some black to the lower lash line and smoking it upwards. I also have a habit of making all of my eyeliner looks very Zoe Deschanel-esque. Guys, I have a wedding to go to tomorrow morning. I haven't done anything. I think later I'm just gonna take an everything shower, order some Taco Bell after. Like, we're just gonna have a chill night. Gonna watch Singe and Drowning, play Dress to Impress, The Daily Routine. I'm gonna turn this way a little bit for while I'm doing my mascara. And guys, be messy with this. Let it get on your eyes, because we didn't bring black eyeshadow upstairs. The way that I was just thinking, be careful, you're gonna fuck it up, and I fucked it up. I don't like doing makeup tutorials like live while I'm doing my makeup, because I like to listen to music while I'm doing my makeup. I just feel like without music, it doesn't hit the same. I literally had on my Hinge profile, like, my self-care routine is listening to music while doing my makeup. Also, you guys, I might delete Hinge. Like, I'm so sorry. I've gone through every single man in a 20-mile radius of me, ages 19 through 25, I think, because I cannot date anyone younger than me. There's a rule that I have. Do you guys want to hear my really... I don't know if I want to let you guys know my list of standards while I look like this. I feel like there's going to be some mad men in the comments. My list of standards. Okay, I never thought I cared about height. I know many of tall men who, if they came up to me and were like, Markayla, I want to date... Or short men, sorry. Oh my god, I'm thinking about tall men, you guys. Like, I know many a short man who, if they came up to me and were like, Markayla, like, I want to date you and take you out and treat you so nice, and they match all of my standards, except they were like 5'6", 5'7", I'd be like, yeah, duh, okay, you're fine as fuck. Because my ex-best friend, she not the clarification, sorry guys. She was very obsessed with height. Why are you doing that? Like, come on, be nice to short men. And then I started dating a tall guy, and the pictures, y'all, the pictures and the feeling of just like, oh my god, like, oh, I'm like sweating. It's just a really nice feeling that I didn't expect to like as much as I did, and it might have just been the guy I was with, but you know, I'm like actually sweating. This is making me like uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this now. Absolutely fine and normal about everything. I don't want to talk about my dating standard. I want to keep those to myself. Y'all don't have to know that much about me. When you see the type of man I pop off with, again, you'll know what I'm looking for. Ew, I'm like grossing myself out. I'm gonna set my face again, and then we're gonna do falsies, and then we're gonna do lips and freckles. Ew, I breathed it in. My broken fan that I got at the run fair. Whoa, why did I look cook? Okay. Wait, I'm serving Clarent. I'm so mad. I watched my Reddit stories already. I am like a little freaking grandma with her news when it comes to Reddit stories. That's my NPR. My grandma listens to NPR. Do you guys as grandmas listen to NPR? Do we like NPR or do we hate it? I'm open to negotiation on this one. I don't know that much about it, so I can always change my mind. I'm open. I'm very tolerant. I have a tip for you guys, for like black women especially. If you guys are ever trying on your hair and you're like, what the fuck, this isn't working for me? Because oh my god. One time this random girl that I followed on Instagram, she like decided that she wanted to like prank call me like repetitively. We like had to go through everything to figure out who this girl was. Like, it was bad. She's looking at my pictures like as she's like talking on the phone with me, and she's like, oh, looks like your wig is out. Looks like your cap is showing. My wig cap. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. We're supposed to be acting like you can't see that lace. You can't see that wig cap. You can't see it. You don't see it. Because let me tell you, white people don't fucking see that shit. White people don't see that shit. Like, it goes right over their heads. And that's a good thing for us. So as black women, we should not be calling out other women's hair, you know, unless it's to help her. But like, don't just like make fun of somebody's hair, you know, like, fuck you, girl. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? I think about that comment every single time I put on a wig now. And so I've kind of gotten this like hyper awareness to how my lace looks. I hate wig glue. I don't like the way it makes me look. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So I try to avoid it. I also just realized I have bronzer here, so we're gonna do some bronzer, you guys. I'm just gonna do some nose contour. I'm also just gonna blend out my eyeshadow on the bottom a little bit more. Something that I do like recommend for all girls who have that same like sensitivity is if you're just taking pictures, wear a synthetic wig. Like, I know there's like a stigma about synthetic wigs and it's like hard wig, soft life, but you know, you're gonna buy a $50 glueless wig, invisible lace, and people are still gonna make comments about it. Maybe it doesn't matter that much, you know what I mean? Yes! And also, this one has bangs. What's somebody gonna say? Your hair looks like a wig? Okay, bitch. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. Thank you. So that's how I feel about that. Very random rant, but I'm gatekeeping this routine right now. She has a very beautiful nose. I have a very beautiful nose too, though. I used to hate my nose, but I'm working on it. I'm working on a lot of stuff. I didn't bring highlighter up, but I'm kind of wishing that I did. I'm just gonna use this Flower Power shade for my nose highlight. This is kind of a loose glitter, so be careful with it, but I think it should work. If anybody knows what type of like skin texture this is, or what could be wrong with my skin, please let me know, because I don't have money to go to anyone who could help me. Here's that. I think all I'm really gonna do now is I'm just gonna add some bronzer to my face and my jawline. Now we're just gonna do lips. Oh wait, I'm gonna do some fake freckles.
Cheeseburgers. Can I have cheeseburger, please?
It's also kind of Biba Doobie / Jane Margolis vibes. Kristen Ritter. Popping back in my beauty marks. I'm gonna do my lashes really quick. This is actually from a lash extensions kit. They didn't really work for me, like they didn't stay on. I've just been using them as falsies. And I think this is gonna give us like a really good wispy lash effect. So I'm gonna do a horseshoe. What would that look like? That, up, down, like that. I just recently watched Dinner in America. I know there's some controversy about it, the usage of the N-word. I think it was definitely shocking for me. It wasn't shocking for me that nobody said anything about it, because when white people watch an indie movie, you know damn well they're not thinking about racism. It wasn't surprising to me that nobody mentioned the fact that they used the N-word in the movie. It was surprising to me that they used the N-word in the movie. I was like, damn. Oh, we're like that. Because I thought it was kind of just like a little wholesome, quirky film about two quirky white people. The movie was good. So I hope nobody like discounts the movie because of whoever chose to put that in. And I would hate that the movie, it's already fairly underground. I would hate for people not to watch an amazing movie because of something that some random like director decided to include. And like there are no black people in that movie. Like come on. You're just gonna include a random usage of the N-word and then not even like, it's like about a punk man. You're not even going to include any commentary. And I would be lying if I said it didn't piss me off. It freaked me out. I wasn't expecting it. And then I was like, oh fuck this shit. Fuck this movie, it's gonna suck. And it didn't suck, and that's what makes me mad. Lip liner is done. I curled my lashes. Kitty's moving. I just can't see her anymore. I'll have to show you when I'm done. Well, she snuggled in even more. I'm gonna go with the Clinique Pink Honey. And then I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. I usually wouldn't use the lip oil on top. Since we have our lip stain on, I think we're good. So this is the Clinique Black Honey Gloss. Add a little red in there. This is very Kristen Ritter, I have to be honest. I'm gonna go a little bit crazy right now. If it doesn't work out, I fully take accountability for this. We're all set, literally set. I did setting spray. Jokes.